Welcome to Beyond the Bar. We're here at PVA Studios with Jeff from Itsthereal.
What up?
So nice to have you here, man.
So great to be here.
Yeah. I got you some water.
Oh, thank you very much.
I know it's your drink of choice.
It was either this or Goldschlager. And I was like, well, if it's not a super bad party, then I guess I'm going to do water. Yeah.
So I want to know, what are 3 things that define Itsthereal as a group? Because I wanted to put Eric's and yours together and see if it matches up.
Oh, man. Eric's is going to be very good.
Yeah.
And mine is just off the dome, just I don't know, brothers. Because we're actually brothers.
Consistency.
I would say Jews.
Quality.
And I would say funny.
And humor.
You know, I think that no, because now I'm going to start adding a bunch of other words too, where it's just independent, smart, whatever, Okay. A lot of good adjectives. That's what I would say. We're tall Jewish brothers, and it's that's who we are.
Right.
Got my chain screaming out, choose for Jesus peace. Amazing grace, necklace straight from God like a pope. Bully pulpit, I'm the culprit with the murder mace rope. I'm with the nouveau riches, rabbi says it's sacrilegious. Jesus chain base, God waking up to 30 bitches.
So we're here to talk about Metaphor, off the album Teddy
Bear Fresh. Yeah, a classic.
Oh
my God.
I agree.
Yeah.
Produced by Greg Mayo, featuring, you said this.
Yeah, Tunji Ige.
Tunji Ige, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mayo's Hot Beats is back again.
Your ass is like a metaphor. Your ass is like a metaphor.
I want you to tell me, are you a breast or an ass guy?
I am an ass guy, as it says on the song. I think that the song pretty much explains everything that's happening here. If people don't know, it's "Girl, your ass is like a metaphor," and we describe all the ways in simile how your ass is like a metaphor.
Right. So that's what I wanted to know was.
Wouldn't it be amazing if I was like, you want to know what? I'm a breast guy. I don't even know why I did this song.
Yeah, fuck up the whole interview.
Yeah.
The whole interview.
I like legs. I like personality.
Yeah. Your personality is like a metaphor, wouldn't that be?
It's a much different song. The cadences are a little bit off, but you want to know what? I like it. Yeah.
So, where do you guys start with where does the idea even come in to do this song?
I think that it started with Eric. This one, because I think it was that the canceled. There was a song that somebody put out many years ago called "Girl, You Remind Me of a Jeep." I can't remember what artist it was.
Okay.
But we wanted to do something that was so funny like that. Just the idea of it's indescribable. It's like a metaphor.
Okay.
Girl, your ass is like a metaphor. And so then we decided, I think there were maybe 3 or 4 different versions because we've had the song for a while.
Okay.
Originally Miguel was going to be on it. And then that didn't happen. And so it gets pushed back and it changes. And eventually it's us and Tunji. And yeah, it's a funny thing, how a good idea never dies.
Right. So how does Miguel go from being on it to not being on it?
Fuck him. No, what happened was that we interviewed him for MTV.com. We used to do these interviews where we would run around and do a lot of gunshots and a lot of AKAs and yelling, and we're asking questions that don't have any answers. And so we did that on a bunch of red carpets, and we did it for people like Stevie Wonder and Vinny from Jersey Shore, who just legends every single time. And at the end of a bunch of them, including with Currency, it was this thing where these artists would want to be a part of whatever was next. They would come off and they would just be like, oh my God, do you guys do music? And that's what Miguel said. And I think Eric probably explained it when he was talking about Sugar High. It's the same exact thing where it's just what else can we do together? And it was we've got this mixtape. I don't know if you, a famous recording artist, would want to do this dumb shit with us.
Yeah.
But they did. And so we sent it to Miguel, and he was going through different management teams, and so the song would either not get to him or whatever. And then we ran into him at Angie Martinez's barbecue 8 months later, and he was like, when are we doing this song? And I was like, I don't know, it's with you. And so at a certain point, it just didn't happen. But like, I think there's a world where Miguel and us do something in the future. I just don't know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, Rise of Miguel, Fall of Miguel, then the rise of Tunji coming onto the song.
Yes.
How does that happen?
That was, we were asking people, like, at different record labels, we were like, who's upcoming? You know, like, put us on to, like, who's the next person?
Right.
And everybody was very excited at Atlantic Records about this kid, Tunji Ige. And also, no, that was true. There was a moment where I was like, no, we had him on the podcast first, but no, we had him on the podcast later, him and Michael Christmas, who's also on our album.
All right.
Michael Christmas and Tunji came over. They were on tour together. And so it just so happened that, like, there was this moment where, like, we were sort of very tapped into what, like, the kids were listening to, and it was cool.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
The auto-tune.
Yes.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I mean, I want
first
to
of
hear
all,
from you why.
I would say, solid response, I'm not a great singer.
Okay.
And also, we wanted it to be sort of like a T-Pain-y sort of, that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, what's like how do you make a very sexy song ready for the club? And so we threw that on. And and it was also, T-Pain, it was Future, it was just like all that. Like, it was a very Future song.
Right. Which is a very good vibe to have when speaking about that body part.
Yeah. Weirdly, he's an arm guy.
Who?
Future.
Future?
Yep, loves arms. Lori Harvey, great arms.
Ciara, great arm.
Yep, see? If you go down the list of all, like, 9 of his baby's mothers.
Yeah, great arms.
Great arms.
Okay, so we talk about where it came from, featured artists. Now, you and Eric, you start writing to this. Take me through that experience.
Eric and I write separately,
Okay.
so I can't speak to his experience.
Okay, well, we can speak to yours.
But I can tell you that Eric is always more prepared
Okay.
when it comes to any song, but I was probably the most prepared for this one. Like,
Right.
I'm very good at doing funny sexual bits, especially. Like, I'm good at doing that. Like, anything that's, like, more, like, outro, I'm just, like, I kill it in the studio. So, like, this I was good at. There are certain ones where it's just, like, talking about, like, your crew of friends where I'm just, like, I don't really have, like, I don't have a good handle on that. But, like, talking about having sex is just, like, fine. Yeah. Yeah, great.
Oh, yeah.
Having sex, fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, but talking about sex I'm great at. So,
Okay.
I,
Spoken like a true sex symbol.
listen, when you're this good looking, like, it's wild how it just, like, flows. So, but yeah, I started it from the top. I was just like, bubble wrapper, bubble gum, girl, you make that back pop, and old up and bottom, guess I'll see you at the Mac shop. And so then just, like, it kept going from there. And then, it's just, like, couplets that are funny to me and that rhyme, and that's it. Like, my process is not, like, really getting into character.
Yeah.
I'm already in the character.
Yeah. It comes natural.
It comes naturally.
So I want to know, if you told a young lady, girl, your ass is like a metaphor, and she says to you, what does that even mean? What would you say?
First of all, I would never hit on a young lady.
Okay.
As we were just talking about a former a person that used to make songs. Like, you remind me of a Jeep. Never. I'm only about of age, perfectly, legal women. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah.
Only because it's on top of mind.
Right.
I like how uncomfortable that is. You're just like,
So, okay.
Yeah.
So if you consensually had conversation.
If there was consent,
Yeah.
that I was talking, and I checked ID. If she said, like, I don't know what, like, my ass is like a metaphor means.
Yeah.
I would say, neither do I. I would also, there's something, like, sort of gross, not about anything else except, like, using your own lyrics to hit on a girl. Like, just feels like, like, please stop. Like, I would hope that I would have better game than that.
I wonder if rappers actually do that also.
No.
Like,
Oh, I would hope not. I would. Yeah, let's see how bummed out we can get talking about which rappers go down the rabbit hole and are just like, you wanna know what?
Yeah. Oh man! All right. Out of all the lyrics on the song, which metaphor would you say is your favorite?
I say something about when it hit the floor, it's like a mecha okafor. Girl, your ass like a metaphor.
She's a blown out Gillespie. Easy, put bands on, gotta keep you so busy when it hits the floor. It's like a Leo Locafor. Girl, your ass is like a metaphor.
Your ass is like a metaphor.
I was happy about that because it rhymes with metaphor, obviously. There were a few. I don't think that we put it up on Genius, so I can't even like look it up right now.
Yeah.
But like, I was thinking about it on the way up here, and it's just like there's a bunch of lines that I like really stand by. There's one I don't, which is I say something about how your ass has got a pink eye, so it has to stay home. But no, there's one where I compare it to a speed bump. Yeah, there's a few that I'm just like really into. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything?
Okay. Oh, that's enough.
It's just...
They're better in verse, like, again, like, you put something in song, and then when you take it out of it, sometimes it's just, like, it doesn't really work in real life. It's just no, like...
I said okay like that because I was still stuck in the mind state of, can these be used as pickup lines?
No.
So I'm sitting there thinking about talking to a woman, and it's like, that ass is blah, 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 Omeka Okafor, and
Yeah.
it's like, no, that's just not gonna work.
I think it would work in the right context. If you go to, well, first of all, the song is more like a vibe where, like, if you played in the background, not like you're singing to your girl in the club, trying to bring her home. I don't think it's that. I think it's more of like an after sort of thing. Like, let's set some expectations as to where this song lies. I don't think that, it's getting played at Live, and it's like, you want to know what? I think I'm in the mood now.
Yeah. Would there be anything that you can tweak to the song?
I could tweet to it.
Tweak. Is there anything that you would tweak?
Yeah.
But there's nothing at all. That's fine.
I don't think so. I think that, like, for the moment in time, like, I think that the idea is great. I think that the idea we were going to do for the music video, we were going to have us in the club, and it was going to be so loud that we would try to be hitting on girls, and they couldn't hear us, so we had to do, like, sign language and act out, like, a Mecha Okafor and speed bumps and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, we were happy about that. It just we never did the video. But no, I think that, like, it got 200,000 or 300,000 plays on Spotify. I think that, like, it's a funny song. I think it's not peak us, but it's quintessential us. Like, it's an idea that we're very proud of. Yeah.
Is there any reason why a music video never came from this?
Yeah, because we're poor.
Okay.
We're rich in spirit.
Right.
But also, I mean, like, Tunji was on tour, I'm sure. We were busy with our podcast. We weren't making any money.
Right.
And then, like, why spend money? And also, like, I don't think that we had, like, there's a song that we did with Currency and Smoke Dizza that's even way bigger. We still haven't done the video. It doesn't mean that it won't never happen.
Right.
Like, I think that, again, like, these songs, they still are good. We just never did videos for them. But you can still do a video. Like, just like our podcasts last forever, our songs last forever. Like, why not? Like, on the internet, like, if Lizzo, her song can become big, like, 3 years after it was released,
Right.
why do I have to focus on new stuff when I can just, like, do that? And it's just, like, it's a funny idea. It's a fun song.
I'm so happy that I can interview you, that I can interview your brother Eric, because you guys make really, really good content. It's a mix between comedy, of course, but you guys can actually really rap.
Oh, thank you.
So dope. And just to see a lot of content out there where it's just mostly focused on just the comedy part, but just knowing for sure that you guys can actually bring the heat and bring the lyrics is really dope. And just knowing that when some people do songs, that to have a feature artist be with the song and then not be with the song, then to have to find another feature artist, maybe not have a music video to show the visuals because you guys have other things to do and the artist may be on tour. This can all be a shaky situation. But of course, shaking and ass is the perfect combination.
But like I will say, and I feel like you were trying to close out, and I'm gonna ruin it.
It's fine. Go ahead.
But like I think that I do appreciate that you would say that like there is artistry in this thing that we're doing, right? Like I think that for me, I'm somebody who like we take it so seriously. You know, like I'm somebody who tweaks my songs every moment until we record. And then a million times after, and then when it's finally out, then I never want to think about it again. So I mean, like, it is a thing where I have such anxiety about being taken seriously at this thing that, you know, you put a lot of work into, but you're so, you know, listen, I'm not the natural fit for a guy who's rapping about asses. You know, like, it's just like, it's not it. But like, I think that what we've done is creative, and I think what we do is fun and funny, and so I'm glad that you would take the time to break down something that is meaningful to us, and especially to Eric, but also like, you know, I'm more, the comedy matters to me more. Yeah. But I'm glad that you can listen to it, you know, at the club, after the club, wherever you're imagining the song is being played, at Live or you know, in bed, wherever.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I'm gonna try and play this in bed.
Oh, you just make bad decisions. Yeah. You're just ready to see like how
far can we take this?
Like, this is like Jackass. Like, you're just like, hey, like, this is a good bit. It's like, it's not. Don't ruin her night just because you want to do a bit.
Jeff, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
This has been great. And keep going with the platform. I personally am a fan to sit here and have a conversation with you who have conversations with everybody else. It's really dope. This has been Beyond the Bar.
We did it.